Charter Local Edition with your host, Rose Caiazzo.
Hello, we are here at the National Association of Counties Conference. Today we're visiting with Natrona County Commissioner Forrest Chadwick. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Great. Tell us more about the county you represent and how long you've been in the political world.
Well, I started my political activities about 14 years ago as just a precinct committee man. And that was when we had our company. And after I retired, I had a number of people approach me and say, you know, you should get into politics. And ultimately I did and ran for county commissioner in 2012 and was fortunate enough to be able to get seated. And it's been quite a ride for me.
I'm sure. One of your positions is that Casper and Natrona County is more of a great destination for travel. Tell us more about this.
Well, and you know, Wyoming is an energy-based economy, and so as that economy has turned down, it has had dire effects on the entire state, Natrona County included. We have looked for years at ways to enhance the economic development of the county, city, county, and state. The governor has repeatedly expressed value-added industry. Well, in Wyoming, that's very simply oil and gas. And so there's only so many things you can do. We have looked at a lot of those. Some of those have come about. Another one of the avenues that we have, of course, is tourism. And in that line, Natrona County, in cooperation with the federal government, the state, local government, of course, involved, as well as the private sector in what we call Trapper's Route. Trapper's Route is basically a blue ribbon fishery. And it's taken all these different agencies, the Wyoming Game and Fish, the Wyoming Wildlife Federation, and numerous other agencies. BLM has been very involved in the programs around this blue water fishery. And it brings a lot of tourist dollars to Natrona County. And when I speak of cooperation and collaboration between the different agencies, for instance, the Bureau of Reclamation does regulated flows, flushing flows is what they call them, in order to better expose the beds that the fish lay their eggs in. Part of that goes all the way back to controlling basically the silt that comes into the river and covers those beds. And that's where the BLM comes in. They have helped financially. They have provided some in-kind services. Wyoming Game and Fish has provided most of the biology that's been involved in this. They have even gone to the point of planting beaver in order to dam up the creek. They've started in one specific area. It's known as Bolton Creek. And in order to stop the erosion in the area, they have done the beaver dams, which helped quite a bit, as well as other efforts, which include, believe it or not, taking old Christmas trees, putting them in the bottom of draws, and allowing the silt to build up around them. And that stops the silt from getting into the river, which provides for a better fishery. It's about 30 miles from Alcova to Casper, and that has become a prime area for the fisheries to develop. A lot of people come in for guided fishing trips and float the river. mostly in dories, and really have a good time while they're there. Additionally, Casper hosts every year, and it's coming up here shortly, the College National Finals Rodeo. It's coming up the 12th through the 18th of June. We're looking forward to it. It's always a good time. Of course, this is the World Series of College Rodeo, and this is the 18th year for that in Natrona County and Casper. It will continue to be there through 2022. We have people come from all over the United States for that, and so the city kind of swells at the scene for a little while.
How many people do you estimate come to those?
And there's usually in the neighborhood of 300 to 500 contestants, and all their families, and so there's a pretty good number. I don't know the exact number or what the CNFR puts out, but it's a lot of people that come to Casper for that. And of course, it's all held at our event center, which is an indoor facility. Excellent event to attend.
Great, and also something perhaps about the Eclipse Festival that's happening in 2017?
Yes, August 21st of 2017, there will be a total eclipse of the sun, and its path goes directly over Casper. So we are busy at this point in time putting together different events in collaboration with that event that will coincide. There will be concerts, of course, talking about having a motorcycle group come in and they do some performing. There's going to be all kinds of issues that or events around the eclipse event, and they're all still being formulated.
That's great to hear. Commissioner Chadwick, thank you so much for joining us today on Charter Local Edition.
And thank you for having me.
Charter Local Edition has been an exclusive presentation of Charter Communications.